Hey there, little G's. It's me again, the old man, Papa G, and it's time to continue our sugar skull. In the last lesson, what we did was we created a really nice version of a sugar skull that was found online or that we based on something that we found online. But we don't need that anymore. What we're going to do is move on to creating the teeth. Now, the teeth is, I'm not going to lie, it's a little bit more complicated, but I'm going to tell you right now that it is well worth your trouble. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the elliptical tool here, and I'm going to start. And let me zoom in so that we can just work here in this little white space. We're going to start off with an oval. Now, this oval is going to be the foundation for our first tooth. And guess what? We only need to make one tooth because after that, all I have to do is duplicate it and change the size slightly to make the whole row of teeth. So I'm going to start, and we're working in black so that it can be easily seen on the white, but we'll change the color to white later on. So now that I've created this one tooth, and it's not a tooth yet. After I've created my oval, I'm going to go back to my direct selection tool because that's how I'm going to customize it so that it actually looks like a tooth. I'm going to click, just like we did with a nose earlier, I'm going to click on this bottom anchor, and I'm going to move it up so that it's kind of flat on the bottom. And I'm going to take the top one and go up just a tiny bit so that it looks a lot more like a tooth now. After I've got this shape done, you know what? Let me pull it up higher. I want it to be all the way on top. Something I didn't think about. All right, so after I've got this done, I can go back now to the regular selection tool, or move tool, sorry, and I'm going to put it right here. And using the good old and very handy Control J, I'm going to create 4 of them. Let's do Control J. Whoa, what is going on here? Let's try this one more time, see if it can work. Okay, good. I don't know what happened. A little glitch there. I'm going to create 4 of them. Control J one more time. And that's our 4th tooth. So now that we've got 4 teeth here, I'm going to use my shift click, and I'm going to click on the last 3 that I created. So I'm going to click here and hold shift and click on the each of the teeth individually so that they're all selected. And after I've done that, let me make more space here so we can actually see what we're doing in the layers. There we go. So now you can see I've got the last 3 teeth that I made selected, and I've going to do Control T, and I'm going to go down on the size just a bit, right about there. Once I'm happy with that, I'm going to just select the last 2 by using shift click. By the way, in order to do this, you have to have your auto select on in your move tool ribbon here. Now that the last 2 are selected, I'm going to do Control T and make those slightly smaller. And I'm going to double click to accept my selection. Now I'm going to click on just the last one, and that is the last one that I'm going to change. Now I have a half of a top row of teeth. I like the way it looks, as a matter of fact. I like it a lot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these 4 teeth, and this time I'm going to shift click in my layers. Click on the top one, hold shift, and click on the first one. Now I've got all 4 teeth. I'm going to rasterize them and turn them into shapes that are pixels instead of a smart object. So now that I've got my top 4 teeth here, and I like the way they look, I'm going to right click and merge the layers. That way they're all 4 now in one layer. So I don't have to worry about clicking to select them all. After I've done that, I'm going to do Control J and make a duplicate set. Now, and if I were to put them here, they just don't look like teeth. They look kind of funky. So I'm going to push Control T to transform, but instead of moving it around, I'm going to right click and I'm going to flip horizontal. Now that I've flipped them horizontal, I'm going to line them up with the other set of teeth, and that looks really good right there. Now that I've done that, I'm going to accept my selection by either double clicking on the selection or using my check mark. I like the way it looks. I'm going to merge down just like we've been doing. So now they are all on one layer. Okay, one more time we have to do Control J. So I have a duplicate set, and I'm going to do Control T, but this time, instead of flipping horizontal, I'm going to flip vertical. There. Now we have a full set of chompers. I like that. That looks really good. So now that I like the way it looks and I have them all lined up, I'm going to right click and merge them down. Now all 16 teeth are in the right place. And if I were to move them up here, you can see that we're starting to get the beginnings of the sugar skull. Now, this sugar skull is doing really well right now. And what I want to do is give this baby some white teeth. But the thing is, if I give him white teeth, I won't be able to see them because this background is white. So in order to do that, I need to create something behind it that'll show the teeth. Well, that's pretty easy. And I'm going to show you how to do it right now. The first thing that I need to do is line these up here. And I'm going to zoom in so that I can see what I'm doing. And I'm going to start a new layer. But here's the deal. This new layer, I'm going to put it below the teeth. So I just used my mouse and clicked and dragged it below the teeth. As a matter of fact, let me just name this layer teeth. Now, behind the teeth, I'm going to create something of an outline using my pen tool. And I'm going to be working in this empty layer. I'm still working in my paths. So I'm going to start by clicking here and then clicking on in kind of in between on the gaps on the next tooth. And I'm going to drag my drag bar so that it creates a little bit of an arch. Now, if I were to let go now, if you see my drag bar is pointing down. So if I click the next time, it's going to go down. I don't want that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag until it looks good. Then I'm going to push Alt and change the direction of the next one by going up slightly. And I'm not going to go any higher than the last crest here. And it's going to go kind of right in the center of the other tooth. And I'm going to let go of the mouse first and then the Alt button. And I'm going to just kind of wash, rinse, repeat, and keep this little act going here. And if I do it, it will look a lot like an outline on these teeth. Now, one thing to remember when it comes to this, sugar skulls are really folksy kind of art. And they don't have to be perfect. We don't want them to be perfect, as a matter of fact. The teeth already kind of look perfect because they're all duplicates, but that's not too bad. But when it comes to making the outline for it, if it's imperfect and it's kind of wonky a little bit, well, see, that's what happens when you let go of the Alt before the mouse. When it looks kind of imperfect, it has a real folksy look to it, and that's kind of what we're looking for. I don't want it to be to look like it was made in a factory somewhere. I want it to look really, really organic. All right, so, and I'm going to continue this until I'm done. And there you go. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to create a path by right-clicking and make selection with no feather, and there's our selection. And I'm going to fill this with black. So there we go. It is now there. And I'm going to deselect because I don't need it anymore. But let me go ahead and turn off the layer and let's work on the teeth. Just like we did before, I'm going to control click in here to select the teeth. But this time, instead of filling it with white, I'm going to fill it. We're filling it with black. I'm going to fill it with white. There you go. And just like I said before, you won't be able to see it. But if I turn on the background that we just made, now you can see a really nice set of teeth with this really nice background. And just like we did with the skull, it looks like it's got a real thick, nice outline. All right, so there are the teeth. Now, if you need to pause now and just continue making your teeth, please do that. And then when you're done making the teeth, push play and let's do the next part. Okay, so the next part is going to be with a new layer here. I'm going to go ahead and switch from paths to shapes in my pen tool. So I'm going to make a shape here. And this time it's going to be the jaw. And I know that a lot of the movies and a lot of the things that we see where you see a sugar skull, like the books that, not books, the Book of Life or Coco or whatever movies that may be popular right now, they don't look like real people, but they at least have mouths and jaws where they can talk. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to create a line using my pen tool that kind of intersects with what we've got already. And if you do it right, it kind of looks like a jaw. Now I've got a little white here showing, so I'm going to use my direct selection tool to move this over to cover up all the white so that it kind of blends in with the rest of the outline. When I'm done, if I click there, it looks really nice. Now, the important thing here to remember is that when you do something on one side, you want it to be symmetrical so that it kind of looks the same on the other side. Well, in order to do that, I'm just going to, if I were to try to take my pen tool and make another one over here, I'd be really hard pressed to get it to look exactly the same. So instead of doing a whole other one, I'm going to rasterize this one. I'm going to Control J to duplicate it. And then using my move tool, I'm going to move it over, Control T, right click and flip horizontal, and then just place that kind of in the same area. Now, I can tell that it's not perfect, so I'm going to stretch it by holding Shift. I'm going to stretch it out so that it meets all the criteria that we talked about before, where it matches what we've got already. So now I'm going to zoom out by pushing Control 0, so full screen. And now it's starting to look more like a sugar skull. I got to tell you, if you've gotten this far, you should feel proud of yourself because you've learned a lot just in a couple of sessions. Now, from here on out, we're just going to do decorations here on the rest of the skull, like the top and the sides and the cheeks, and even at the bottom here where the chin resides. And that's for the next video. So, little G's, if you'll do me a favor and pause or stop this video and tweak everything so that it looks just like mine, or as much like mine as you can get it, and then come back for the third video where we do the rest of the decorations.